In this video, I want to talk about taking your training seriously, okay? Because about a week ago, it was a Friday, alright? And you know how most splits go, right? It's like push pull legs, rest, like any 6 day split, right? And it was that last leg day before my rest day, and I just did not want to go to the gym, right? But you know what? I went anyways, and it was honestly one of the best leg workouts ever. And I just see so many people nowadays in the gym just not taking anything seriously, you know? They're doing the lat pull down, they're doing their set whilst, talking to someone. They're just jumping straight into it, not really thinking about much, just not taking it seriously enough. And it's like for me, like I'm obsessed with the gym, right? It's like everything. And I take it seriously and I'm consistent, but there's a lot of people who go to the gym that aren't like really obsessed with it, you know what I'm saying? It's like of course everyone wants results, but there's just we all know those people in the gym who just don't really take it as serious and just kind of half-ass things. And you know what? I know like the internet's probably tired of hearing like, train hard, train to failure, like consistency. Like, yeah, obviously you probably already know this, but I hope this reaches those people I see in the gym who just go in there and just fuck around and don't actually get any results because of it. And like, I just see people like, imagine this, right? Imagine you're on your rest break and, you're just on your phone or whatever. And then this is how it goes for me, right? Choose a song, go into the next set, just grab the weight, right? But you gotta stop that. You gotta wake the fuck up, okay? Don't just mindlessly go into your next set. Don't just mindlessly pick up the weight and start the set. You gotta really like prepare before your set and actually think like, yeah, I'm gonna take this set to failure. It's gonna be a good set. Don't just jump right in like mindlessly and then you start the set and you kind of like have no energy for it and then it's like, oh, whatever. You gotta get your mind straight before you grab the weight and just sit there and just like focus. And then when you're ready, actually go start the set, take it to failure. It's just like there's just so many people who don't actually take it seriously. It's just their loss at the end of the day, and it's like you're already in the gym. You may as well just like give it your all and get something out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just wasting time otherwise. You're already going there. I find it weird. It's like there's so many people who I see at the gym all the time, but it's like they make no progress and they just kind of fuck around. They just like literally talk during their set. Like if you're talking during your set, you're not going hard enough for sure. Like I don't know, it's just crazy to me. I see people literally texting during their set too. Like it's always the hip like abduction one, the machine, right? They're doing it while they're texting. Like okay, if it's a warm up, I get it. Warm up sets, you can talk whatever, just mess around. But even then, like it kind of depends on the lift. Like deadlift, for example, even the warm ups, you see most like professional weightlifters, like Olympic weightlifters, right? Even when they're just starting with the bar, it always looks the same and they're always focused, even though it's just a bar, right? Even though it's just a warm up, because the warm up is what's leading to the actual top set. So, if you're not focused during those, you're not getting as effective of a warm up for your top sets. And like it's just important to think of every top set as like almost like a PR. Like you gotta really treat it with some respect and some value because at the end of the day, that's just respecting yourself and actually going hard in the gym. Like that's what it's all about. And if you just like I don't know, people say all the time like don't do too many sets, don't do too high volume because then if you do a bunch of sets, then you're gonna think like, oh, I gotta do all these sets. Like I'm gonna take these sets, the previous ones not to failure. I'm gonna like hold back, right? That's what most people say with like higher volume. And the thing is like, okay, sure, but what if I just also take those sets to failure? What if I just do it? What if I just take those sets to failure and do more sets? Like I don't know. You just gotta really like focus for each set. Treat every set with the value it deserves and go to failure. Also, some people just like don't want it as bad. It's like I had this one friend, right, and he's like constantly telling me about how you don't need 6 days. Okay, not constantly, but he just told me once like how you don't need 6 days a week to make the best gains. You could just do it 4 days a week and then have more time to hang out with friends or whatever. First of all, the gym takes like max 2 hours a day, so that's not an excuse. And also, it's like, yeah, sure, you can still get good gains 4 days a week, but why not just 6 days? Like, I love working out, and it's like, why not just go in there more often? And I do think 6 days a week is probably better than 4 days a week if you have those 2 extra days anyway. So I hope this video reaches those people I see in the gym who just half-ass everything. And, a lot of them, like, maybe they are even consistent, but they just don't take it serious. Like, if you're gonna go at all, you may as well make the most out of it, right? Just fucking put on some good music, you know, get out of here with your fucking chill ass tunes, okay? Get some good music. I listen to mostly like metal, and by mostly I mean like only. So, but just get something that hypes you up, gets you ready, like a PR, right? You're not gonna listen to some fucking chill ass music for a PR, right? I don't know. I think music helps a lot for me personally, especially, and I don't know. People who don't listen to music when they work out, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, you gotta just before every set, you just gotta get like ready. You just gotta like, let out a few grunts. Just like put on some good music, find the right song, right? Just fuck the weight, just get in there. Just actually do it, okay? Just stop fucking around. Stop just doing the lap pull down while I'm talking to my friend and shit. Like, focus. And it's like, don't let small excuses let you get off track either. Like, I don't know. It's like, oh, I have work these days or whatever, or like I don't have time, like, but you still could work out though. Like, let's be real. If you actually think logically, you do have time to work out. You're just making excuses. I don't get it. Like, I don't know, people will just like, I have friends who, I haven't seen at the gym the past few months at all, and I see them one day and they're like, oh, I was on vacation or whatever. Like, you could have still been working out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how people just so willingly like take so much time off. They just don't care. Like, you know what? I get it. Like, some people just don't want it as bad. You know? At the end of the day, like, you still want the results. And to get those results, you may as well just put it all on the line and just go all in. Give it your all. And honestly, it's just good for, like, the discipline and the mindset and everything to, get in there every day and go hard. And it's kind of like, it's just good for your mental health and just overall, like, how you feel, right? Honestly, like, if I go like a week without working out, like, I'm gonna start going insane. Like, I'm gonna turn into a psychopath. Like it gives you something to really work hard toward and make progress in. Like, for example, like video games, right? Like, if there was a video game you used to play, right, or do right now, it's like you're sort of really addicted to it, and you want to spend as much time as possible leveling that thing up, right? And it's the same with the gym. It's like, once this is your kind of like, this is your thing to level up, right? Why not, like, you should actually want to spend as much time possible sort of grinding on it, right? I don't know. Another thing is like, I just find like, since I started working out and stuff, I feel like the gym has developed my capacity for like aggression and, just that like like, that like feeling like a lot more, what I'm saying? Just to really like sort of to grunt, just like push hard and just be sort of aggressive, which I think is really good. Because back when I was skinny, I weighed like 80 pounds. I was tiny. I've gained like over 60 pounds since then, and I was such a pushover. I just get pushed around easily. Like, I was just so like weak and just frail. But it's like, now that I'm bigger, it's like, it's honestly not even about the muscle. It's just like how you perceive yourself. That's a big part of it. And obviously, how others perceive you sort of impacts that too. And, obviously it is about the physical part, but also the mental part. It's just like, when you're training that hard, it's like you have just a higher level of confidence. There's a saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? So if you're half-assing in the gym, what does that say about everything else in your life? And it's like, your own brain knows everything about you. So like, your brain knows that you're half-assing your workouts. And so that's going to put beliefs in your mind that you are someone that does not work hard. And that is not a good belief that you want to have. And that's going to result in less confidence. And no one else could like theoretically know that, but just like your own brain knows that, the way you're going to act is going to be different based on that belief, because you have to act according to your beliefs, right? and then other people will see that, and then they'll treat you based off that. It's just a feedback loop, and this goes outside of working out, I guess, but it's just like, as a whole, just go hard in whatever you're doing, because at the end of the day, it's like if you go half-assed, you get no benefit. You're honestly getting downside, because not only are you just like wasting time, but you're also reinforcing the belief that you're someone who half-asses things and doesn't get results, and that's terrible. So whatever you do, just go all in and actually try hard. And the thing is, like, even though the workout may be hard in the moment, once you get done with it, it feels amazing, right? And also, if you do want some help with this directly from me, then I do have a program, link in the description, where basically go on a one-on-one coaching call with you, and there's also a few courses. There's actually a bulking course that's out right now, so just check that out. And if you are someone who already trains hard, then good for you, but to those people who don't, then honestly, I just don't get it. Like, do you want the results or not? Like, just choose one. And if you say yes, then actually do the work that's required. And at the end of the day, like, that'll actually be more fun anyway. One thing I think is very underrated, like I said previously, is just getting like really focused for your set, like before your set. Just getting really like hyped up, kind of. And it doesn't have to like take long or whatever, but just kind of, just take a second, just pause before you grab the weight to really just kind of get in the zone, right? And I mean, some people say like, oh, like getting hyped up like creates too much fatigue or whatever, like, bro, get out of here, like, and they say, oh, oh, it's just a lateral raise, like, just pick it up and do it. But like, come on, it's like every set should be important to you. Even the smaller things, like, I feel like those even especially benefit from getting hyped up. Like, I find it, just to get into some more detail, like certain lifts where failure is like, it's like very definite. You hit a wall right away. I would say like, like a dumbbell press, for example. It's like, you hit a wall, you can't do another rep. But like a lateral raise, you can kind of like push through it. It's kind of unclear when you hit failure because the resistance profile is heavily going to be, a lot harder at the top. So you can always kind of do like, was that a full rep? Did I get all the way up? It's kind of like unclear. So I think especially on those smaller lifts where it's potentially more unclear where failure is, I think it's actually better to get hyped up for those as well, to be able to actually push through those. Because like, especially on a lateral raise, it's easy to just kind of like, just kind of like hit failure, like technical failure, but you can still just like push through it and like get a few more, probably, maybe not like, full range of motion, but like 2/3 range of motion, or just do a few more partials. It doesn't have to be PR for you to focus and get hyped up, especially when it comes to like hypertrophy training and aesthetics. Because if you think about like powerlifting, the goal is to move the most amount of weight possible. Like on a bench, if you're going for PR, you want to get hyped up for that, right? For aesthetics, you want to be building muscle, right? So like lateral raises, right? Side delts, that's like a very aesthetic muscle you want to build, right? So then lateral raises should be treated the same amount that you would value your side delts on your physique. So that means you should go hard on that exercise, even though it's seen as like small. Also, another thing is just finding like what's really fun for you, because that can definitely help, get you into the gym and actually training hard. If something, if you just really don't like something, chances are you're not going to go as hard on it. Like for me, I honestly don't like squats that much. I used to do them a ton, but I don't know, recently it just doesn't feel that great. So I kind of end up just kind of, half-assing it, not doing it too hard. But deadlifts, I love deadlifts, and I just end up trying to go for a PR like every time. So yeah, that's pretty much all. I just wanted to sort of get this message out to those people who I see in the gym who just really could be benefiting from more intensity, So I just hope that maybe inspires some of those people, or just wakes them up and just gets them to actually, prioritize themselves and respect themselves more and take their training seriously. So yeah, that's all for this one. Have a good day.